in a box.
Those moving is like
Where is it?
Zoom move.
Ah,
Next week we zoom.
didn't you sit in a high chair when you were a baby?
I'll move
Sit in a high chair. Okay, and this one here? What's overwhelming? What are the odds? What are the numbers? The odds are
Overwhelming.
the odds are overwhelming. And that one there, you've heard this many, many times. Line up how? E-I-L-M-E-U. Line up alphabetically. A before B, B before C, etc., etc., etc. Or if I don't mind, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but I mind lots. I'm a very grumpy person, but I mind lots. Okay, you've got 2 in 1 here. Okay. Let's do the numbers first. Okay? What do you see in those numbers? How many people you don't have arithmetic anymore? I was very good at arithmetic. I wasn't very good at maths. If you add them up, what do you get? Thirteen, 26, 36, 45. 45. Add up there, 27, 37, 45. Add up there, you'll get 45. Add up there, you'll get 45. Add up there, you'll get 45. Add up there, you get 45. Add up there, you get 45. There, 45. If you add up there, you get 45. Ah. And if you add up there, you will also get 45. So that's a magic square. There probably are other numbers that go that way as well. Now, while I'm rubbing these out, I want you to tell me how many squares you can see here. Okay, how high have we got? As long as you see more than 1. As long as you see more than 17. Okay, let's take it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. How many more? 27? Any more than 27? Because there's one there, and there's one there, there's one in the middle, there's those four, and then every tree is a square, every tree is a square, every tree is a square, every tree is a square. So there are lots of squares that you can. So play with it and see how high you get. And then I think we're pretty close to 27 now. Who hasn't got a pen yet from last week? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, you're lucky, huh? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, those are the pens that are promised. It shouldn't be week 1. Okay. Take this one out. Can you tell me what color the bear is? No, not brown. The bear stands on a point and it walks south for a kilometer. Then it walks west for a kilometer. Then it walks north for a kilometer. What color is the bear? Triangle is not a color. It wasn't, well, you get red triangles and you get yellow triangles and you get all kinds of triangles. Okay, so the bear stands on a point and it walks south for a kilometer, and northwest for a kilometer, then it works north for a kilometer. What color is the bear? Where's the bear standing? What color? Why is it white?
What did it say?
Well, yeah. And like the triangle.
The board's white. So the color bear is white. It was a black dog, and we had to use chalk like in the old days, and it would have been a black bear. Okay, not really. The bear is standing on the North Pole, and it walks south for a kilometer. It walks west for a kilometer, and it walks north for a kilometer. So it's standing on the North Pole. So what color is the bear?
Yeah, there we go.
Not a polar bear. It's a polar bear, and it's white. So the bear is white. Okay? And what color is the bear's skin?
Well, it doesn't have skin.
No, it's
I've got fur. My mother blessed me an internal blanket when I was born. I've got lots of fur that sticks out of my skin. So my skin is brown. The skin is black. Polar bear's skin is pitch black. Even if it is white. When you see it. Okay, that's enough for the brain for today. We'll get something more next week. Those people that missed last week's lecture, we recorded. What we're going to do is we're going to record it and I'll send it to Mrs. Truter. And she's going to put it on some program that you've got here at school, so the people who weren't here can actually see the lecture. And also the speeches probably that were made is also on that setup. Okay, so that is one good reason that we have got, because if we don't have time to go back and do a lecture for the 7 people that were here. Okay, can we stand for the opening prayer, please? In the name of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Direct our Lord all our actions, that by your holy inspiration, every prayer and good work of ours may always begin from you, and may by you be likewise happily entered. Our Lady of Good Counsel,
Pray for us.
and Father, and Son, and Holy Spirit. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to break up, and we're going to split up into the two groups. Last week we stayed in one group, so now we can split up. So whose turn is it to you? Michael's turn to you. Okay. So Michael's group is going next door, and Charlie's group is staying here. And we will get back a bit later. But before we get there, still before 2:30. Last week it was about gestures. Now the people who weren't here, did you hear what you have to do this week? Okay. For your impromptu, you can do the speech from last week that you didn't do. And for the speech that you were given last week is you must demonstrate using your hands. Chris spoke about a box factory. They went to the box factory. And in that box factory, they made big boxes like that you could fit freezers in, and even motor cars. And then they made smaller boxes. And then they made even smaller boxes that people put engagement rings in. And they hand to the lady that they want to marry with a ring in it, and then your life changes forevermore. And that is true. There were triangular boxes. There were round boxes. And if they all stood on the table together and somebody bumped the table, they'd all fall over. And you'd have to pick them up or stand on them and make them flat boxes and then put them in the rubbish. So you have to learn to use your hands. Today I want you to demonstrate something. I want you to demonstrate the engagement ring that is in the little box. Whatever you've decided that you want to demonstrate, but use your hands. It is one of the most difficult things to do. People will stand there and they'll touch a piece of paper, and they'll stand with their hands behind their backs, and they'll do all kinds of things. Use your hands. He was that tall. He was that wide. They called him Big John. Big Bad John. Use your body. Use your facial expressions. Smile. It's serious, don't smile. If it's serious and you're smiling, then it's not really that serious. So just adapt to what you want to say. Think of how you want to say it and practice. Stand in front of a mirror and see what you look like. I'm going to see myself. It's going to be terrible. Do it. Okay. Michael's group, off you go. Charlie's group, stay there. Can somebody come and sit in that table at the back there? Okay, Charlie.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies. Have you all prepared a speech? Sure, sure. Okay.
What are the first words you're going to use when you make a speech?
Good afternoon, Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen.
Enthusiastically.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
But they were all sleeping. Nkobili, you'll be first. Lola, I want you to do the introduction. The next one, you do the evaluation reading.
You just say nice things about her and like what you love her.
Okay. Is there a problem?
I haven't done an introduction.
You haven't done any what?
Introduction.
We can do one now.
Yeah, don't
Just say nice stuff. It just
Okay.
be facts.
Just say some nice things about her. Okay.
She's wearing her tracksuit.
Yes,
Outfit
she's
instead
wearing
of
her
service.
You tell me.
How should an introduction usually be?
No, just me.
Go for it.
No, just for the speech. Are you ready, young lady? Far away.
I don't know what to say. Okay. Do I have to greet you guys? Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have our speaker, Kobile. She'll be discussing about teleportation shoes. She is a phenomenal lady. She has a very gorgeous smile and her personality shines every room. So when you speak, I want us to truly engage because she's about to give us something phenomenal. I see her blushing right there at the corner, but she knows that she's going to eat this down. And now I want to bring onto the stage Kobile.
You speak up a little bit, eh?
Okay.
Keenan's quite young, but Brian and I, we are a little bit over 70. And I had lots of heavy machines that I used to work with. They do fit you. Okay. Down to business.
Good day, Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine this. Your sweaty hands are clutched to the steering wheel. Your eyes continuously look up and down, left and right, for some sort of salvation from the endless sea of cars and the shouting boss who you already know angrily awaits you. We have all heard the phrase, time is money. Well, to you all, I say, get ready to become trillionaires. For today, I, Mobile Ngobese, your saleswoman, am presenting to you all a product that will change your lives forever. Take me here, take me there, take me everywhere. South Africa's newest teleportation shoes that are taking all the nations of the world by storm. In a globe full of scientific advancements and medical discoveries, the three fields, the fashion field, technological field, and scientific field have all merged into one, creating one shoe for one purpose, for everyone. The take me here, take me there, take me everywhere teleportation shoes are made for individuals who truly believe that time is the most precious treasure. For those who want to travel the world, go to the southern seas and smell the salty air of the Maldives without the stress of traffic or having to wait or having to awkwardly sit next to a stranger in a 3-hour flight. You can purchase these formidable shoes and save both your time and your money. You are able to teleport through one simple action by simply clicking the sides of your shoes together twice, similarly like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. After that, a pop-up screen will appear and you'll be able to enter your desired location, taking you anywhere you want, far beyond your imagination. These shoes are available at your nearest retailers, whether it's Edgar's, Pick n Pay, or Mr. Price Clothing. You are able to get them in any form you desire. As said before, these take me here, take me there, take me everywhere teleportation shoes are made for everyone. The various archetypes of our shoes include running shoes that are far better quality and comfortability than Nikes, various heels, sneakers, and of course slippers and sandals. They come in all colors and sizes. They come in all colors, sizes, and shapes. Whether you're looking for pearly white running shoes for your morning run or a red heel for an elegant evening event. Therefore, if you're looking to save both your time, your money, and be comfortable and fashionable, I urge you all to purchase the Take Me Here, Take Me There, Take Me Everywhere teleportation shoes. Thank you.
Okay, 333.4. Good timing, okay? Who's in the valuation? Shaneka, where are you? Theo.
Okay, so I love your speech. I would value shoes differently. And I love the way you moved your hands and how you demonstrated every single thing and every question. It was
Good one.
Yeah, another comment. Every time you stand up, it's a different speech. That's man. Thank you very much indeed. It was well rehearsed, memorizing that. We were looking for words. We took pictures. The speaking rate was good, your voice was good, your eye contact, you looked at everybody. I think you're looking down now, you don't have to. The introduction was entertaining. I like what you had to say. Slow down maybe. You were good with the time, but you had a lot to say. Just make sure that you get your time when you get into later speeches.
Just one or two comments from my side. You must not do away with notes, all of you, eh? Just put them in your pocket. You don't need
Did
them.
you need them?
No,
No.
not really, eh? You can, with your hands, you can actually overemphasize. When you say one, do that. Or global, you do that. Don't one. Don't be still. Okay. Overemphasize. And use pauses. Otherwise, great start. Set the bar up there, okay? So the rest you do. Thanks very much. Any other comments? Nothing? Okay. Lona, you next. Where are you? Are you away? You next. Shaneka, am I pronouncing it correctly?
Equal.
Equal. Equal. So this is equal. Lesedi. Is it Lesedi or Lesedi? In Botswana, Lesedi. It's a very popular name there.
Yes.
I worked in Botswana for a long time. Okay?
What
Give me
is
the
it?
introduction.
Sorry, what does it mean? Because you get guys called Lucerne as well.
I actually met a guy in Edgar's the other day in the perfume section. My wife was one of them. And his name was Tetelo. And I know what you tell me what his name is. You know what your name means? You tell me what your name means.
What? Oh, I was wondering what it means.
He said it's waiting.
Yes, like, yeah, waiting. Technically, when my mom describes it, she just tells me a story, technically, when she tells me the name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Should I say it?
Yes.
Technically, yes, she was like been waiting. So technically, they were not in a rush to have me. They just say God would bless them at the perfect time. So
Right?
Okay. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today I introduce you to Lona. I'm not really that close with Lona, but I do know that she's very energetic. You could get Lona at 5 a.m. in the morning and she'll be so energetic while everyone is still trying to defrost. And that could put a smile on your face if you're having a bad morning, if you're not a morning person. But yeah, she's also a good leader. And other than that, I introduce you to Lona.
Good afternoon.
Just wait for the audience to settle down first. She wasn't quite there yet. It's a bit distracting, just pushing chairs around. Wait for everybody to settle. Then you go.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start with revolution. Revolution is the drive to advance, the passion to improve, and the fixing of what's broken. But what happens when something is inherently fixed but never needed mending in the first place? Technology has gone a long way throughout the decades. We have cars, we have TVs, we have electricity, we have lights. We even have AI. I'm not here to bash AI, but I will say it has taken something away from all of us. Our independency. That's the one thing that makes humans so great. Our capability to think, create, and imagine. So what are we to do with the rise of AI stripping that away from us, stripping away our whimsy? Well, there is an invention that has passed the test of time, and that is books. I want us to get more into our literacy, to use our imagination. That's why I, Lona Makosi, introduce you to the new offer at Exclusive Books to get 2-for-1 offer of the exclusive book voucher, where you'll be able to have access to all the books that you want for an exclusive amount of time of 3 months, where you are able to take this voucher and get a book, 3 books under the cost of 500 Rand. And in doing so, we are able to feed our brains, connect to our imagination, as well as being able to analyze, because through books, we are able to see multiple stories in ways that transcend AI. And that's why that is my offer to you guys, to get this voucher in order to improve not only your imagination, but your independence from the AI. Thank you.
Okay, you said it.
Okay, so yeah, I liked your speech. I feel like you could have done like greater gestures, but your gestures were also enough. Like you used your hands to like put the right and also the, I think it was the European or something. Yeah, it was very impactful. And I also believe in what you spoke about. I believe that AI is ruining us living with actual books, and I would take the deal for 2-for-1. No, is it? Yeah, it's 2-for-1. No, is it 1 for 2?
It was first 2-for-1.
Yeah, I would take it. I would run to the 2-for-1. So thank you.
Okay, I heard everything you said, which is fine. A bit short. So add a few more examples. Remember Tracy? You have point, reason, and examples. And then conclusion, and then introduction at the start. Maybe you can put more meat into your subject or into your speech. Use more examples. Try and use your arms a little bit more. You can say book, read a book, and 2-for-1. Use your arms a little bit more. Otherwise, it was fine. Okay. Any comment?
And go.
Use your
brain to read those books. And two, for what Charlie said as well, put some thought into it when you're preparing it, that you can use your hand gestures, etc., to emphasize what you're saying. It's preparation.
And maybe just before you sit down, use some personal examples. So if you're talking about books, maybe you just mention your favorite author and say, it's fantastic. Talks about this, that, or whatever it might be, okay? Who's your favorite author?
I want to say, I think Charlotte Bronte.
Okay.
Charlotte Bronte or Alice Walker.
I've just read one of Jeffrey Archer's books. That thick. Takes me 3 days to read it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absorbing.
Wow.
Eh? Good fun. You can follow it. Okay. So Nikwa, you are next. Vasily, would you do the introduction? Natabu, you do the evaluation, please. You'll note there's a sequence, but I'll change it next week.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to be presenting to you guys Shanika. I'm sorry. I'm going to be presenting to you Shanika. Shanika is a very kind girl. She has very interesting interests. She's a fan of K-pop. She likes a lot of anime, I think. And she's just bubbly. She has a very good sense of humor, and she doesn't take things like very serious. She's a very nice girl to be around. She always exudes positive energy. And today she's gonna be selling to you guys her speech. Thank you.
Good day, Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever smelled someone so good and by the time you turn around, they're already gone? And now you're just wondering, who is that smelling so amazing? And all you can think of is, what is that perfume? But that person is already gone. I today stand here to tell you about one thing that I love the most, perfume. And I'm going to tell you about my most favorite perfume. The perfume I want to introduce to you today is called Taputi. It is an Egyptian brand. These Egyptian perfumes are oil-based perfumes. They last for a very long time, and you don't have to be spraying on you the whole time. All you have to do is just take it out. There's an applier stick, and you just have to put it on your clothes. This perfume lasts for days. For you to remove that smell, you'd have to wash it 3 times at least for it to finally go off. I love perfume so much, and I love it when people come to me and tell me that my perfume smells amazing or I smell amazing, and I enjoy telling people, go buy Taputi, go buy that and this. I also have other perfumes that I enjoy, but Taputi is on the top of my list. And I also like it because it's easy to carry around, and it's not like those big perfumes that you have to put in your bag. You can put it in your pocket, but it is a little costly, but it's worth it. And for its size, most people think that it's not gonna be worth it because it's so small and by tomorrow it's going to be finished. No, the smallest amount of Taputi lasts you for days, even months. I still have clothes today that still smell like those perfumes, and they finished a long time ago. I don't get the opportunity to buy them as much, but every time I do get that opportunity, I take it and buy those Taputi perfumes. So I hope that today's speech gave you something at least to check out Taputi, maybe even buy it, who knows. And Lastly, to be me is to be leaving rooms and people smelling amazing and wondering, where is this girl getting all these perfumes from? And I just want to say I love my perfume collection, and I also love people that smell nice and love perfumes.
Natalia?
I think you had a good introduction and it drew our attention. And it's very relatable what you're talking about. And you make good use of hand gestures as well when you're showing the demonstrations of how you apply your perfume. And I like that you use personal examples and you were engaging with the audience as well.
Okay, right. Well, it's 2 minutes 45. So tell us what it cost, I bought my wife perfume, Yves Saint Laurent, it's called. It's a fortune, eh? Maybe a good thing you didn't tell us what it cost.
Yeah, I think it's best not to say it.
Eh?
I think it's best not to say it, to see for yourself.
Okay. Use pauses as well. I heard everything you said, which is good. It's important that you speak to, you see that Bon Jovi sitting there at the back, talk to them. Imagine that they're listening to you at the back of the class. When we do our final speeches, there'll be a bigger crowd. We'll probably do it in the music room, is it, at the bottom? And there might be 20, 30, some of your teachers will be there, your principal will be there, your parents will be there, your boyfriend maybe. But you have to talk to a bigger audience. So imagine you're speaking to Bon Jovi at the back there. Okay? Right. But otherwise, your conclusion should be a bit smaller. It was just sort of part of your speech, it just sort of flowed. But remember, you want us to buy the perfume, not for me to use, but push it to the end. That's your last opportunity to get your message across and for us to walk away saying, okay, we're going to buy this stuff. Fantastic. Okay. Otherwise, well done. Thank you. The time was 2:45. Really good, actually. Next page. Mercedes, your turn. Introduction to Tabu, please. Tell her that you do the evaluation. So you see, we can camouflage, eh?
Concern.
Did you hear about the guy, he went to the shop to buy some camouflage pants, but he couldn't find any. I'll explain that later. Okay, off you go.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today I will be introducing a speaker. She is a remarkable young lady. She walks with poise. Every time she walks into a room, everyone just turns their heads. She loves to read. She loves every single genre of music. If you have a question about music, just go to her. Please give it up for Lucindy.
Tabu, you mustn't be scared to look us in the eye. You were sort of looking down and, okay. Remember the eye contact is important.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever been tired? You're drained. It's the end of the day. You just got home and it's time for you to eat. You're hungry. You're thinking about, what am I going to eat? How long is it going to take? What is it going to be? Well, same. I am always tired, always thinking about how long am I going to stand on the stove. And then I just think of, but wait, there's an air fryer. I can just pop the chips in, close it, switch on the button, and it does it all for me in 20 minutes. It's fast, efficient, and it's actually healthier. I don't have to use any oil. I don't have to use any like excessive fats that come from the spices or anything else that could affect the taste. I can just put the chips in, my nuggets in, prepare my lunchbox for the next day while I just sit on the couch and rest. A moment to recollect myself and figure out how was my day? Did I enjoy it? What exactly drained me and what can I do for the next day to be more prepared? It makes me think about, okay, I will take my lunch and I will prepare some chips, nuggets, and maybe some condiments on the side. And what it will be a spectacular meal, knowing that tomorrow and the next day, people are going to be asking me, where'd you get the time? When did you do your lunch? Can I please have some? I couldn't have time to do my lunch. There was no time at all. Well, I just tell them that I just popped it in the air fryer and it just took 20 minutes and it was at the correct degrees, the right amount of crispiness, and I did not have to worry about the rest. So, what I have for you guys today is get your own air fryer. It's not that much expensive. There are ones ranging from up to just a couple of thousands to, well, the extreme brands like Philip, where you want the great aesthetic and you can just get it for more than 2K. So, I recommend that you get your air fryer to make things easier for you so that when you get home and you're tired, you can just pop it in the air fryer and you just take a moment to recollect yourself and you have yourself a meal. Thank you.
So I like the topic. I like the fact that you chose something that's like something that like is relatable, right? Because like air fryers are very convenient to like our daily lives, etc., etc. And then I genuinely like your speech. I think the link was good. And then I feel like with your hands as well, yeah, you go good. Like you could have been more specific. Like I think you should. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I like your speech.
Any comment, Brian?
I think 2 minutes 30.
2:30, yeah.
Slow down. Use pauses. When you put it in the air fryer, turn the button, press the button. It's magic. Slow down. Good, I enjoyed it. You had everything there. I probably need to use the air fryer more than I do. But I'd like to so you can pour the wine in and taste it.
Yeah. Okay, I understand. Even the same as okay. No, I understand as Brian. Use your gestures more. You just use that one. You know? So just think about it. Lost you. Overdo the gestures. Use your hands. Use your whatever. Okay. And Albert pauses to say.
And no notes. Well done. Really. I think most of you, even the notes were there, they were, so it's good, really.
Yeah. And you're all right. So far, everybody well prepared. So far, so good. Okay, well done. All right. Any other comments? Or somebody scared to talk, eh? Okay. Someone came knocking. What's the problem? What did you have?
You haven't heard the lecture.
Okay, Tom, will you next? Taylor, will you do the introduction? Wikipedia? Are you going home? Huh? Okay, you'll pick up the lecture from one of the girls, okay? Right.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. Today we welcome a shining, bright, light young lady named Letaba Rakau. You're about to feast your eyes on an amazing diamond. And she's just a beautiful girl, enthusiastic, always smiling with her baby teeth, white stuff. Yeah, she's a beautiful girl. She's very neatly dressed, 24/7. If you always need a fashion advice, always go to her. So please welcome.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. Today I present to you a speech about the switcheroo. Now, you must be wondering, what is the switcheroo? Picture this, you on a beach, bikini and all. But the only question you ask, Letabo, how can I possibly wear a bikini in this state? Well, worry no more, because I have just the solution for you. The switcheroo is a compact and easy to navigate device where you just press a button and you will have your dream body in seconds. So screw the diet. Forget all of those cheat days that you took only on Fridays. And purchase yourself the switcheroo. You can get it at any retail store just for the price of 2 rands. As you can see, it is cheap, easy to navigate, and it gives you the desired results. So, purchase the switcheroo, press the button, dream it, and live it. So, if your dream body was just one button away, what's stopping you from pressing it?
It was 120, very short. Okay. Could be really.
I loved your topic. I felt like it was a very unique speech topic, and I also liked the fact that it was very imaginative. What I also liked, I really liked your tone, especially when you asked questions. I feel like it made it more engaging. And then I liked the wink. It was very, yeah, it added a sense of humor to your speech. And I also liked how you used like exaggeration and how you were like, oh, it's only 2 rand. I feel like it gave like the audience kind of like more of an idea where it's like, oh, instead of just saying it's cheap, you kind of like specify. And then I'll just say like project your voice more and like, yeah, but either way, I really liked it. Well done.
Okay. Any comment? Ron, really sure?
What did you leave out?
A paragraph. I was making examples in the paragraph.
Yeah, I think if you add examples in, build your speech. Remember, there's a point that you want to get across. Reason why, examples, and then your conclusion. And then you go back to your introduction. Don't do it at the end, do the introduction at the start. But that's when you build your speech. Okay? If you use that formula, you'll never go wrong. Okay, so make sure you use it and start the examples. Okay. All right, thanks. Well done. Okay, Tatjana, you last. Kobili. And Lola, would you do the evaluation?
Good day, Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have the privilege to be listening to a very intelligent and articulate young lady, a lady who is very well versed in politics and history. She is very elegant and loves the color pink. And as I've said before, she loves asking questions, she loves knowing more, and she's always curious to see what the world has to offer, and she's very passionate about human rights. And this year I've grown closer to her as compared to last year, and I'm very privileged to know her. You will always smile when you're with her. She will always have a way to lift up your mood. She's a very good person with good virtues, and she always sees the best in people. Yes. Did that now?
It's nice to see you used your hands as well.
Oh.
Introduction.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. In the renowned words of the businesswoman Esther Lauder, which was, I have never worked a day in my life without selling something. If I sell it, I sell it hard. Today, I come before you embodying a saleswoman in the count of 1, 2, 3. Are you an insufficient student? I'm so sorry. Are you an insufficient student with no funds or no way of traveling somewhere without the need of your parents' money? This is the part where you guys say yes.
Yes!
Well, look no further. I have the all-new rechargeable Turbo 100 porch bike. This porch bike, the all-new 100 rechargeable porch bike. This bike, not only is it fast or reliable, it is trendy and aesthetic. It is trendy and aesthetic, enabling you to travel from place A to B in a matter of seconds, just like when Lewis Hamilton was able to overtake Max Verstappen in the Canadian Grand Prix.
Side of the big city. Okay.
Just like when Lewis Hamilton was able to overtake Max Verstappen in the Canadian Grand Prix. Running late to campus or live far from campus, don't worry. Increase the speed of the bike just by the slide of the convertible screen. So, instead of relying on your parents to take you from place A to B or running late for class, I suggest that you get the Turbo 100 bike today.
First of all, I liked your inflections in your voice as well as the Grand Prix exam. It was very funny. I found your speech humorous. I feel like it really engaged the audience, as well as I liked how you didn't rely on your cue cards. I didn't see you glance at them once, so I think that's really good compared to the last time. As well as your hand gestures, I feel like they were reasonable, and overall I enjoyed the speech.
Okay.
Everything there, look at your notes and then get up and speak. Don't worry about it.
Okay, and just for all of you, if there is a noise, a helicopter coming across, or like that ambulance or whatever it was making a big noise, just stop. Wait for the noise to go away, because if you carry on talking, we won't hear what you say. Sort of overrides it. And that is, we recommend that. If there's a noise coming past, just stop, let it go away, and then you continue. Okay. All right. A few more examples, slow down, use some pauses. All right. Otherwise, great, I like all the examples. Lovely. Okay. Thanks very much. All right. That was just 2 minutes, by the way, young lady. Just over 2 minutes. A bit short.
It would have been longer if you slow down. But obviously you're trying to give that persona. We get it.
Especially when you're standing up there, you want to finish, and you start speeding up and say, I get this over and done with, I get back to the seat. Not necessary.
So I have a question. How do you like prepare your speech without memorizing? If like memorizing isn't advised.
Chris?
Are we done, Chris? You use the structure, the précis. Remember, there's always a point, reason why. Remember, your point is what it's all about. So what is the speech all about? Reason why. Why are you talking about it? That's your reason. And then you put your examples in. Remember, there's a structure. With don't memorize. If you memorize and you forget one word and you start thinking, now what was that? You start panicking in your mind. And then you lose it altogether. I've seen, in years gone by, I've seen girls break down in tears, right? A number of occasions. And they cry like babies. Not necessary. We're all friends here. Okay. And there's no detention or anything like that. Okay.
But then they get up and they start speaking. Sometimes it might come in a class like this, sometimes it comes at the graduation. But then you are given the opportunity to start again. Don't memorize the speech. Remember what you want to say. See a picture of what you want to say. I said to you when I did that blood donor a couple of weeks ago, I can remember my dad doing what he did. See what you want to say. I wasn't looking for words. I knew what I wanted to say because I could see what I wanted to say. And that takes away the memorizing.
What I noticed is that you guys, I think the habit of when you were practicing, that you guys kept looking back at your notes, but when you were up there, even though the habit is there to look at your notes, you didn't read anything. I know you went, but you didn't read anything. You just got to that, to wherever, and then you just carried on. You didn't really look at it, you just like took a glance or whatever, but it's just, I think the habit of you guys just get the habit of looking at the notes if you mess up, and then that there throws you into a little bit of a loop. Oh, what I wanted to say is, when you guys are doing your speeches or writing your speeches, just remember that, like, what's the purpose of this? You're trying to be persuasive, so you should use persuasive marketing language. You know, say like, don't say cheaper, say affordable. You know, it's just gonna help you in the future if you ever have to do marketing and sales.
Mr. Toastmaster, ladies, gentlemen, please welcome Brother Michael Ray. Brother Michael is married and a proud father in the Order of the Knights of Dagama, Corpus Christi Council number 4. He has served as a Grand Knight and at regional level. He was a regional Grand Knight, and presently he is a regional councillor. An accomplished entrepreneur, he employs many individuals and focuses on supplying mechanical products to the government and private customers. On a personal note, Brother Michael mentioned to me, he mentored me in Speaker Circle, where we did voice control together. He did half of it, I also did half of it. His guidance and example has been deeply inspiring. Today, he will be taking us through voice control. I plead and pray you listen attentively as you will learn many new and valuable things this afternoon. Please join me in giving Brother Michael Basil Real a warm welcome.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster, ladies, gentlemen. Voice control. I'll start with asking you the question. When you were asked to participate in the Speaker Circle, what was your reply? Or your reaction? Anybody? Did you say yes immediately?
Yes.
Did you shy away?
Super excited.
Okay,
Yes.
so then there shouldn't be a reason you're afraid of anything. So when you accepted, you were courageous. And sometimes being courageous is not the absence of fear, but rather it's something more important. But it can also be, that you're uncertain as well. And you do it anyway because it's important. Is that another good version of courageous? And as students, and this is sometimes true, you are talented. That's why do they choose you or do you put up your hands? They approach you. That's why you're talented. You need to say things, you must know how to say. By saying it, you empower yourself to evolve and transcend and become a better version of yourself. Public speaking is not easy. I think Charlie mentioned it. It's one of the top 3 phobias. It's called, does anybody know what it's called? Glossophobia. Not glossophobia, glossophobia. So if I ask you to deliver a speech now, would you do it or will you leave the classroom?
Do it.
So you're uncertain, right? No, there's always fear factors. Some people are afraid, some people are uncertain. It's never easy to deliver a speech. In public speaking, there are 2 primary fears or characteristics that arise. That's your personality and the uncertainty. Let's face it, some people are more open in social situations than others. On the other end, there are people that are less comfortable. And there's very little we can do about your personality. You can't do anything about your genetics. But we can certainly do something about the uncertainty. Presenting a speech always includes these characteristics. And questions are asked, how do you deal with this? How do you deal with this? Anybody?
Practice.
Anybody else?
Preparation.
Maybe people want to say you eliminate. But do you? Can you? I would say control. Firstly, you must have a vision of what you're going to say. Know what you're going to say and how you're going to say it. And from the time you enter the stage until the applause at the end, the key is not to eliminate these fears, but to control it. Convince yourself. Challenge yourself while speaking. Every one of you anticipate that something might happen. What's it called? What if? What if? So if you anticipate the what's it, because it'll happen. You have to anticipate the uncertainty, because it's one of the biggest fears that creeps in when you say it. If you anticipate the what if, then you will be more comfortable and confident when you speak. Does everybody understand what I just said? Do you feel more comfortable now for next time, next week? So let's continue. Voice control is a vital public speaking tool. You know, if you note, if you were here last week, body language. With the correct voice control and good body language and your visual memory, you can embrace your audience. That's for sure. And for those who were not here last week, to be exact, 7 students were not here. Body language is the non-verbal movement we make as part of what we're trying to communicate. Our body language exhibits more information about what you want to say than it is possible to articulate verbally. Today there were good examples in my group. Elna shows that you read your lecture notes. All the physical gestures that you make are subsequently interpreted by your audience. You have a voice, you have movement, you have your visual memory. Use it well to impress your audience. Understand what you have to say. Know what you want to say. So as we unfold this lecture, you will find there are different tools and needs. First of all, the greatest tool as a speaker is your voice. Yes, thank you. As a public speaker, your voice should be musical. You know, you play it properly. It will allow you to charm and engage your audience. So we're going to learn more about the important techniques and skills, how to use your voice. Firstly, what do you think we need to make your voice efficient or effective? Anybody?
Changes in pitch.
Nice one. Ariona? Voice? Volume?
You need to be confident.
Yes.
When you speak so that
No, I'm giving you the answer. Voice volume. Pitch and tone, it came up. Speaking rate. How many of you were told today it was too fast? Put your hands up. 11 out of 12. Right? And the pleasing sound quality, I think, as young ladies, your voices are pleasing. But you know, just like fuel, you need additives to make an impact on the speech. So let's start with voice volume. There's a loud voice versus the soft voice. And why is that necessary? Your voice should be varied to add emphasis and a dramatic impact to your audience. You agree? Make sure you speak loud enough so everybody can hear you. Your audience should not be or should not have to extend their ears to hear what you're going to say. That's the one way of losing their interest in what you're saying. Remember that you will be speaking in a bigger hall with more people, maybe more noise. I used to include eating, but we don't do that anymore. But they do make a noise. And you have to project. How big is the hall downstairs? Twice the size of this classroom? The music hall. Because that's where it's going to happen, so you'll be talking from the stage side looking that way. So it's quite a distance. Then we move on to the second one, which is pitch and tone. Again, you have to vary that to convey emotion and conviction. In general, to be conversational. Pitch is the height and the depth of your voice. There are three main pitches, and I'm sure everybody knows that.
high, low, medium.
There you go. High, obviously. High pitch you use for violence, hysterical emotions such as anger, surprise, even joy. When your favorite team scores a goal. Fear. Or excitement. Medium pitch. Again, for gentle conversation. The low pitch we normally use as for sad or solemn occasions. It can also be used for intense and fear. I know my parents used to always say, don't eat your food, the policeman is going to get you. And sadness too, you can use it for sadness. Speaking of it, now this is entirely up to you. When you're preparing, you have to decide how many words per minute you're going to use, because you've been allocated 3.5 minutes to speak. This will help you with your timing. When you stand in the mirror and time yourself. Today, someone looked in half a minute. Speeches were over. How many minutes? Less than 2 minutes. Change your pace while delivering your speech. So it doesn't become monotonous. Speak in different rates for short periods, just to add energy and, to animate your speech pattern. Observe the way you speak during normal conversation with a friend or a colleague. You know, I notice when you walk through the schoolyard, everybody speaks fast. And you will notice that sometimes you speak quickly, and while the others, times you speak slowly, because you want to make a point. Slow down for important points. Great energy. By slowing down your speech rate while delivering key points, you can convey emphasis and importance. Again. This is my pause. There are three: fast, medium, slow. Fast pace you use for strong emotion can also be used to describe action. You're going to become a commentator, you will need this. And it's called, these commentators in South Africa really belt it out there. Medium pace again, to be in conversation. Slow pace again, used for sad, solemn dignity, show respect and importance to the audience. And it's also essential that each and every word is clear. Never speak so fast that your words are not clear. Do not speak too slow. The listener might get bored. Change your pace to suit the meaning and to avoid monotony. Use the pause. What can we follow? The pause is an invisible exclamation mark. You guys agree? That's an excellent point, I think. Okay. The fourth one, pleasing sound quality. We all got pleasant voice, but just practice. This is a function of vocal vitality. Where appropriate, be forceful. Express yourself. Use words that are correct, clear, and distinct. When speaking, knowing what you say may not be as important as how you say it. When my children were small, the tone of my voice told them whether I was angry or happy. Happens to all the kids, right? Your voice is like a musical instrument. So you must have what's the word? Rhythm. Must glide upwards, downwards, on any syllable or word. It's called inflection. You know that, huh? Let me give you the definition, the dictionary. It's a modification of the form of the word. Example, spoke or speak, or the manner of speaking in which the loudness of the pitch and the tone of the voice is modified. High, low, soft. The correct inflection gives meaning, and so incorrect inflection can be confusing. When you say words maybe that's not understood. The word made in India, spoken by Indian Indian would sound like marrying Indian. You know, they got that accent. So be distinct, be clear. By using the red inflection, you may have clear meaning to your voice. You will have a pleasing tone. A rising inflection expresses doubt or question. Falling inflection expresses finality and completion. So that's the voice you need to speak. Are we clear on that? Any questions? Okay. Now on the other hand, there is a voice that you don't have to use. Monotonous. You all understand that speaking with one pace reflects a lack of confidence and interest. Avoid speaking in a monotone manner. The easiest way to put an audience to sleep is to speak in a one-pace tone for a long period of time. Instead, use your natural voice pattern with their variations in pitch and everything else we discussed up to now. Sing song. That reflects insincerity. You know, this blabbering away. Topic learned like that? Parrot.
Yes.
Not spoken from jerky. Also reflects lack of confidence and rush and lack of preparation. Was anybody jerky today? Was anybody's speech jerky? No? Jerky, yeah? Because all of a sudden it was a short weekend. It was Thursday before Monday. So most of difficult situations, the lack of preparations. And we will not stop speaking about the lack of preparations until we grow old. Slang. Words that reflect an uncaring, casual, disrespectful approach to your audience. Half-spoken words, clip sentence, are unfortunately also common in South African speakers. What? That kind of thing. Funny. But this is important. Don't try and be funny if you're not a naturally funny person. You guys agree with it, right? Chris is funny, Charlie is funny. I don't think I'm funny. But I'm funny looking. If you want to go there. Healthy humor is perhaps one way to foster trust and community between the speaker and the audience. Proceed with caution. Why I say this? You know, my wife always says, if she dies before me, she's coming to fetch me back the next day. So I told her, I'll go book into a hotel. She told my credit card. That's fun. And then I said, I wish, you know, when you go, I wish there's a phone in heaven so I can call you. But I tried it, and St. Peter said, no, I got the wrong number. Try the one in hell. So be cautious. Be very cautious. You get put into a dog box very quickly. Okay, so those are all things that are tools that for you to help yourself build a better speaking voice. You know, there are stages. Let's start with the first one. Building a better speaking voice. Be aware of one's voice. Listen to yourself. In the corner, record it. You know, on your own, play it back. Because you're the best judge of all. You can play it to your parents. Ask yourself, ask them, why you? It's a good idea. But ask yourself if your voice is pleasant to their ears. Is it musical, easy on the ear? Is it harsh, monotonous, winding, flat? Remember, one's voice is as distinctive as what? Your thumb, your fingerprint.
Oh!
Right? You use voice activation and your eyes. Building a better speaking voice. You must produce sounds that reflect happiness, sadness, anger, laughter. This is all we spoke about, so you just have to put it together to improve your voice to your standard. In other words, be able to display a variety of sounds, to be fully expressive, to evoke feeling. I don't know who it was, they were speaking of Rosemary, and she gave an example of massaging your skill. So I automatically, felt if my head's okay. So that means I was listening. So whatever example she gave got my attention. Almost to the point that I reacted. And that's what you need to achieve in your speeches. Be able to draw word pictures. Use words that convey colorful, appropriate, vivid and clear pictures. That's now your visual. It makes it much easier to speak. Like I mentioned today, you spoke of rosemary. Know what a rosemary is. And if you get stuck and you don't know what to say, at least you can make it up because you know the rosemary seed, what color it is. You can stand and think on your feet. Just create a visual image, very important. So everybody has to strive for good speaking, strive after a good speaking voice. For example, for friendliness, you can use a pleasant tone. For sincerity, a natural tone. For force and strength, vitality, your body language. Brian showed you the boxes. Flat boxes. You pictured all that as he said it. You can't go say round boxes. So be careful how your body reacts. It has to be tender with what you say. And also, from your body point of view, biology class, you also have to have your lips and your tongue and your soft palate and your lower jaw in the right place to make certain sounds. That's why we have vowels. Vowels give power to the word. You know, you can't say fish without the I. Or sorry without the O. But on the other hand, you've got consonants. Those are the sounds made by the formation of the placing of your tongue. And I know most African language, if you don't do that properly, you're not going to get, what do you call it? The click sound. There we go. And when you do that thing, you can actually, like the words, like a Z. You say the word Z, you can say it, and you tell me if you can feel the vibration. Right? Yes. You create, you can create emphasis. You can feel your vocal cords in use. So consonants are actually made by the organs of speech. I said it, the lips, teeth, tongue, hard palate, soft palate, lower jaw. And sometimes people with overbite have problems. Like that's why you guys go to that braces.
Yes.
To get that right formation. It's essential to relax the lower jaw. And of course your breathing. It all has to work in tandem with your diaphragm. This is all things that you need to control. You know, your voice coach will teach you all this. Do you guys have a voice coach? It's cool. Who's in the choir?
Oh,
A voice coach, yeah. This is voice control. It's not coaching your voice to put your tongue in the right place when you know, Whitney Houston had a powerful voice. No one can actually imitate her or even get to the same range as she. But a few tips: train your speech. Have a vision while doing it. Be prepared with 10 exclamation marks on it. You have to know your topic. Research as much as you can. Know what you want to say. But the research part always is your backup. So if you didn't put some of it into your speech, and you can catch up with it. Like we said before, 38% of your speech is your voice, and 55 or more of your speech is your body language. Use it. Have fun and relax and enjoy your speech. You will find that your audience might enjoy it too. Did you enjoy my lecture?
Yes, sir.
Where's the enthusiasm in that?
Yes!
That's all, Mr. Toastmaster. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Any questions? I hate this part. It's like when you're in a meeting in general. The grand night. Don't ask me. You know, if they're silent, don't ask if there's anybody else. There'll definitely be. Thank you, Brother Toastmaster. I just can't reach it, right?
I'll keep talking to you.
You notice I didn't go for my pen.
Okay, your topics for next week. Who wants to be first and who wants to be last?
I would like the whole for improv.
For next week.
Be in the middle.
Who wants to be first and last? Who wants to be in the
Wants to
middle?
be first now.
The rest is in the middle.
Wants to be first.
You'll be first. That's your next assignment. Okay, who'll be last?
Me.
Who'll be
Oh.
last? going to be lost.
Yeah. More than his weight. Well, let's see for another year. What's the alphabet? So I have to read. Speaking to the time. But it makes sense. Now you put it together with your
Okay, that's all yours for what the whole menu is. Shaniqua, who's going to tell Shaniqua? She got a memory stick, flash drive. Okay? Okay, so the flash drive. Just record all the things that you do in your life. Okay? You've got a pen. I want you to give it a title. Whatever you got, I want you to give it a title. Okay, you got a pen. The one I would suggest is the pen is mightier than the sword. I mean, that's old fashioned. Okay, so who's the boss? You. You got the box. You got the box. Okay, very good.
Oh, so I'm gonna say.
What's the topics?
Tape measure. Are you going to measure up to what you want to be?
Oh! Wow!
That's a good one.
A torch.
How about you then?
Is it a torch or is it
Those
just a
enthusiastic.
receptacle with dead batteries? It's almost a receptacle with dead batteries.
There is no light in the world.
There's no light in the world.
Oh!
Light away. Light away.
Measure, are you gonna measure up?
There is no light in the world.
You want to get your own bed?
It was a hot day.
My wife was at Wimbledon this year.
Yes!
And my daughter is going to the Dutch Grand Prix. It's a pack of cards. I'll tell you about a pack of cards just now. You only get the cards that you build from your life. And if you want to play the game, you better make sure that they're good cards. Pair of scissors. What do you do with a pair of scissors? You know, the flip of bronze. It's a start of each stage. They cut the chase with a pair of scissors. You must inspect everything very, very carefully. Like somebody's fire with a box of matches. You know what it says on the box of matches? It says safety matches. Why does it say safety matches? Because they are safe. In the old days, if you shoot a box of matches like that, the rest was burst into life in your hand. Okay, a piece of string. How long is a piece of string?
A yard.
No, it's this one. This one. The piece of string is the length of the matches.
Everything in life.
I'm married, but not married.
Ask me a question.
Happily married.
This piece of string is just about my rose spectacles. Look at the world of rose spectacles.
I knew my nose was
Yes.
Look on the right side of life.
Yes.
Okay. How many times must you put a piece of string around your head to get your height?
5 times.
5.
Wow.
5.
I don't know.
That's the link with your nose. You know that? That's the link with your foot. Everything is in sequence, in order. You have got some things. Your eyes are between, not in the top of your head, but in the middle of your head. Your ears are there. Okay, how many times around the head? 5. Right.
6, 7, 6.
3.
Oh!
flip it to screen as long as you want to make.
So if you put that around my stomach, is the size of
No.
Hey, you can't work.
So confusing. This isn't long enough. Oh, wait. Okay, and the box. What is the box? You gave everybody else a gift.
Who got the box?
The whole box.
The whole box. And everything came out of that box. Okay, that pack of cards. I'll tell a story. A long time ago, it actually said it was made, in the first time it was used in 1788, this story. The guys in the army were going on a march and they eventually got to where they wanted to go, and people said, okay, fine, today's Saturday, you can have the rest of the day off, and tomorrow you come to church. So the next day they all stood up and they went to church, except one soldier. He decided to stay in the bungalow. He was standing in the bungalow, sitting in the bungalow, and the sergeant walked in and said, why aren't you with the rest of the guys? He says, well, I thought I'd sit here and speak to the Lord. He said, it looks like you're playing cards. He said, no, you know we're not allowed to have Bibles in this country. We can't have spiritual books in this country, so I use my deck of cards. What do? See, if you take the ace is God. The 2 is the Old Testament and the New Testament. 3 is the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, or Holy Ghost as he used to be called. 4 are the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. 5, there were 10 virgins who were given oil and to prepare for the wedding. 5 of them were glorified. 5 didn't take the oil. 6 days that it took to make the world. The Lord took 6 days to make the world. The 7, on the 7th day he rested. 8 was the Noah's family that he put into the ark. Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their 3 wives. They saved the world. 9 the lepers, should remember that one. 10 lepers were cleaned. 9 went away. 1 came back and said thanks. The jack, Satan. He was God's first angel, but he was so sly and manipulative that he's now the joker in eternal hell. Queen stands for the Holy Mary, Virgin Mary. The king stands for Jesus, the King of all kings. Sergeant looked at him and he said, and what else? He said, if I count the dots on the cards, 365 dots. Same as the days in the year. There are 4 sets, 4 types of cards. Suits, those ones. The same as the seasons in the year. Summer, winter, autumn, spring. There are 13 weeks in every season. And there are 52 weeks in the year and there are 52 cards in the pack. Sergeant looked at him and said, can I have that deck of cards? And with a tear in the eye, he walked away. What you can do with a deck of cards, see the world. And that's what you can do with anything. The tennis ball that you throw comes back. Everything in life has a reason for being there. You've got 10, 12 reasons for speeches next week. Do your best. Prepare. Thank you. The one time I bought an egg. And my theory was the chicken or the egg, which came first. But God didn't make eggs, he made chickens. So it must have been a chicken. And I said, you know, what's this? It's an egg. It's true. On the floor. But I boiled it before, so it wasn't real. Okay, off you go. Impromptu. your class. Michael's group, please go with Michael. Close the door after you, please.
Nobody answers. Didn't have any hands. Don't have much time. No, we do have much time. You know that people are terribly judgmental.
Yes.
You agree with that?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. I'll tell you a story that our priest told us the other day. The new neighbours moved into these people, next door to these people. And on the first Monday, this woman called her husband over and said, I've got new neighbours, but just look at them washing how dirty it is. You know, all the linen, towels, all dirty. And the next week was the same thing. Called the husband over and said, just look at how dirty the woman's washing is. What is she doing? And the husband nodded. And the third week, she looked and she said, gee, it's absolutely clean. She called the husband, look how clean the washing is. He said, yes. I washed some windows this morning. So be very careful to judging people, okay? It bounce back right in your face sometimes. Okay, we're going to do impromptu. It says we must speak for 2.5 minutes, but you speak as long as you can. Okay, if it's 1 minute, it's 1 minute. I'll give you a topic. Right. You follow the same order.
One each, take one course and
You know, these children,
If you stay almost left here.
Isn't R after M? No, R is.
Nicholas gone, eh?
Yes. R. R is after L. And what the word is
Kavili, you first. Talk about your. Have you got a pet at home?
No.
You don't have a pet, okay. Talk about your school uniforms. And I'd like you to use your arms, your body gestures. Okay.
Okay.
Off you go.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Maybe to use your arms. School
Yes.
uniforms.
Oh, yes.
Off you go.
Yeah. Good day, Good day, Mr. Yes. Good day, Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. I will be talking about uniforms. I love uniforms, and I firmly believe that every school should have uniforms. Regarding our school uniform, I do feel like it would be better if we could have the option to wear pants, just so learners could feel more comfortable, and we could also have like more variety in our uniform. And we could accommodate people who like different styles, people who maybe aren't as comfortable in skirts and are more comfortable in pants, as well as it would be more like convenient, especially like in this weather in the winter, to like be able to wear pants at school, so it would be very warm. And I like our school uniform. I love the blue. It does give like Loreto. Yes, I love school uniform. School uniform is lovely.
Why do you think we?
Oh, we have uniform
Yeah.
to
we
keep
don't
a
have
sense
cities.
of unity. Yes, so that everyone looks the same. It like kind of represents the fact that everyone is equal, so that maybe let's say someone isn't as fortunate at home, and obviously like some people, like so what you said, some people are judgmental and some people are very mean, so they can make fun of like someone who maybe doesn't have that much variety of clothing, or they might not have like the fanciest brands. Some people can be very classist. So I feel like uniform eliminates that sort of tension, and like it makes things a lot simpler, and it's kind of like you're all the same, you're all equal, and you'll be treated as such. You all pay the same school fees, you all go to the same school. No one is above anyone else.
There we are. That's more what I wanted to hear. You used one word about 30 times there.
Oh!
Like.
Oh!
Bit of a slang word, but it's very popular these days. Do you know how many times you use like? I counted at least 30 times.
Oh, awkward.
And
My
only
apologies.
once was it necessary.
Oh, yes.
There we go. Okay, but well done.
Oh, thank you.
Off you go.
Oh.
That was well done.
When you gave your statement in the beginning, I feel that every school should wear, and then you didn't explain why. You know what I mean?
Oh!
You went
yes.
straight to our uniform, you know?
Oh, yes.
That would have been the example.
Yes,
So you
yes,
missed
yes.
that middle section.
Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, well done. Lola? I try to think outside the box. Bridges.
What?
Bridges.
Preachers.
Bridges.
Bridge.
You know, over a river.
Bridges.
Bridges.
Yeah, bridges.
Oh, bridges. What about bridges?
I think like bridges.
Building bridges.
Oh, bridge. Why are bridges
Why-
needed?
Yes.
Just the
Why do we need bridges?
Okay, off you go.
Especially.
Oh my gosh, I'm remembering something.
Yes,
We
remember.
can start now.
Okay, so about bridges, the first thing that I think about when it comes to bridges is that time where I walked on Brooklyn Bridge.
Wow.
And I didn't really fathom how long the bridge was, and it was like really, really, really long. And while I was walking, I got like time to reflect, and I was like people watching. And I really like how bridges kind of connect people in a way, not just like taking you from like one location to another, because some of them are like attractions like London Bridge or the San Francisco, that Red Bridge. And then I was like thinking about like how like it's incredible how bridges are built. Like they're so intricate, and it takes like not only just an architect but a bunch of people constructing. And I find like just the way that humans are able to create such beautiful infrastructure, and I really wish that we brought that essence back, especially in modern day where everything is just minimal. Like we just like this minimalistic style, and it's like, where is the nuance? Where is the creativity? Like it's just so boring. And you see it everywhere. Like even like with like fast food chains, like McDonald's used to have like these like burger chairs. Their mascots are outside, and now it's just like a block. And I'm like, let's bring art back, because like infrastructure, buildings, these are artworks essentially. Like there are so many things that we can do with our minds, with our skills. And why are we going for the simple route? Life is too short to go simple. I feel like we should just be going with like a big what I think about. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
I can go.
I like that you use it as a sort of like a segue to like a whole different topic.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Thank you.
Very good. Right. She's got the CD.
Woo!
Now, no prompting. Gold.
Cold.
Gold. This stuff, you see there? You see what
Gold.
Gold. Gold. Gold.
Okay. Gold. Gold is mined. Oh, gold is very big in South Africa. It's very big in our economy, but we export too much of it. I feel as if we used the gold ourselves and if we used it to, instead of exporting it and using other countries to gain profit from it, then we could be very successful as a country. And I believe that gold has different symbolizations and it means different things to different people. Gold to a person could mean an engagement, it could mean a wedding, it could be a simple wedding band. That means a lot. You look at it and it's just like a piece of gold that could be very pricey. And you just think, well, it's such a materialistic thing, but it can also hold sentimental value. You can have, it can be very meaningful to a person because it can be an accomplishment to purchase gold. Yeah, gold can also, it's a color. People like gold colored stuff and they find it very nice. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You know that at one stage money was gold.
Gold,
Yes.
And everybody had to have a certain amount of gold to be able to print money. But now I don't think there's enough gold in the world for the money that's printed.
The gold standard.
Especially in a country like Zimbabwe.
Oh, yeah.
And America.
You know, I went to Victoria Falls a couple of years ago, quite a few years ago, and the entrance fee there was 3 trillion Zimbabwe dollars. And it was equivalent, I was in Botswana then, it was equivalent to about 15 pula, which is about 20 rand. 3 trillion. 3 trillion
Zimbabwe
Zimbabwe
dollars, so it's okay. I thought
No, but now it goes back to rands, a trillion rands.
No.
$20
They were in American dollars.
Zim dollars. The trouble?
It could be million is in Zimbabwe.
No, trillion is whereas.
Talk about curtains. Out of the box.
Curtains. We may hide behind our own type of curtains, hiding away our insecurities and fears and the uncertainty. But I urge you guys to open the curtains. Maybe look out the window, clean the window, because you don't know what you might be looking at from the inside. And in the literal sense, curtains do shield us from. I think curtains are useful because I would never sleep in a room that does not have curtains. I think that witches might be looking at me at night. I don't know. But yes, curtains might be useful. However, I urge you guys to open the curtains and explore. You know, do not limit yourself and don't hold yourself back because of your fears and insecurities. You should be open to learning new things and exploring the world. And yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Very used to be a saying that people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Have you heard that? Yeah. I think that people who live in glass houses shouldn't.
They shouldn't do anything.
I think if you started with the literal sense of curtains, for instance, you would have had more to speak about because you went from what you wanted to from just the metaphor of it, and then you went to physical, and then you went back to metaphor again because you knew what you wanted to say. Then we started at the top of describing what's there, and then moving into what it can open up, that sort of thing, and then you would have had a longer speech.
But that is a lesson in preparation. Preparation is so important. Because when you stand up now and you don't have any chance to do any preparation, you're still doing quite well, eh? You're not doing bad. I went to the doctor and he said, I keep on dreaming that I'm curtains. The doctor said, pull yourself together, man. Hello, you next.
Oh my god.
I'm tempted to give you a topic about a colour. Pink.
Pink.
Out the box, eh?
Pink. Pink, the shade pink that comes in many forms. The first thing I'll be talking about is how we associate pink with love. Love comes in many shapes and forms, and love has been able to cross barriers. Barriers such as in the apartheid times when they limited love to based on race. Love was able to overcome that, and love was able to overcome that. Secondly, how we associate love on Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day, the 14th of February, we always associate love on Valentine's Day. Everywhere you go, it's pink, shades of pink, different shades of pink. And lastly, my third point is pink on Barbie. As I love Barbie very, very much. And though there was some point in my life where I didn't like pink anymore because the only shade my mom ever bought me was pink, 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 pink. And eventually it gave me the nickname at school, Pinky Pinky, which I do not like it because it's associated with a ghost. And yeah. But genuinely pink, I feel like it has still, it resonates with a lot of my childhood because I remember on some Saturdays, me and my dad would always go to the mall. And whenever we went to the mall, there was a DVD store, and they always had a special for 2 buy 1 DVD and get 1 free. And of course, I would always choose Barbie, which now leads me to my wardrobe. At the back of my wardrobe, I literally have all my collection of my Barbie DVDs, and all you see is a glance of pink. Pink, 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 pink. And as I get older, I start to go back to the love for pink.
Is that everybody? Does somebody want to say the closing prayer? Okay.
That's how we are.
Yeah.
Don't read it, you can impromptu it.
I will read it.
Would you like to read it? Somewhere in here.
What one here?
Here it is.
Let us pray in
Hang
the
on,
name
and Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. It's for the Catholics.
Eternal Father, give us the grace to speak up in public whenever the occasion demands that we should do so, expressing views leading to greater love and justice for our fellow men, so that all may grow towards a greater love for you. This we ask in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord, Our Lady of Good Counsel.
Pray for us. Thank you very much indeed for being here. We'll see you next week.
And remember the 3
prepare again. Okay.
Good point.